Hey y'all, today I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to be making a raspberry lemonade jelly. It's made from a raspberry lemonade concentrate and it's super easy to make. The total cost for this jelly, not including jars, which we reuse, is well under $10. So it averages to about $2 a jar. Now this pre-mix does have high fructose corn syrup in it, as does a lot of store-bought jellies. If that's an issue for you, then you probably don't want to make this recipe. Okay, so in this recipe, I'm using 1 can of raspberry lemonade from concentrate, 1 box of pectin, and 4.5 cups of sugar. Now the first thing I'm going to do is pour all of my sugar into this bowl. And then I'm going to pour my pectin into that. I'm going to stir it up. Good enough. Now I'm going to pour my raspberry lemonade concentrate into my pan. I'm going to add 2 cups of water. I'll start to heat this up. In the meantime, I am sterilizing my jars and lids. If you want to, you can go ahead and add your sugar. It really doesn't matter if you add it before it starts to come to a boil. So I'll go ahead and add it in now just to show you. We're going to cook this over medium heat. Until it comes to a boil. A watch pot never boils, as they say, so I'll be back when this is boiling. I almost messed this recipe up. This recipe also calls for a 1/4 cup of lemon juice or 4 tablespoons, whichever you're using. Same thing. Don't forget your lemon juice. I am going to put my pat of butter in there to keep the foam down. Still waiting on it to come to a boil. Getting there. Alright, now that it's boiling, I'm going to look for it to get a little bit more of a boil so that you can't stir it down quite as easily. Alright, now I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. I'm going to continue to stir. Now it is time to ladle it into our jars. Gonna leave a 1/4 inch head space. put a little bit too much in this one. So I'm going to take some out, move it over to another jar. There we go. Now it's time to wipe your rims, get any of your syrup off. Eep, I dipped it in there. You can use water, you can use vinegar, it doesn't matter, but you need to get the rims clean so that your jars will seal. Alright, now you're going to put your lids and rings on. Oops, I knocked a whole jar over. Oh well. Lost one. Clean that up real quick. That's a shame, but it happens. This one that's partial, I'm not going to water bath. I'm just going to let this one cool, and that one will go into the refrigerator. Remember not to over tighten your rings, and let's get these in the water bath canner. Okay, I've got them in the pot. I'm going to bring these to a boil. Once they come to a boil, I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes and water bath them for 10 minutes. And there you go. I would have had 5.5 jars of the raspberry lemonade jelly, but I knocked one over. These are the 8-ounce jelly jars, so I ended up with 4.5 jars. So that's how you make raspberry lemonade jelly. Thank you guys for watching. If there's a jelly you'd like to see me make, or a jam or a preserve, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to do so. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.